Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Something Gaming Podcast, episode 18. It's been a while, and I thought we'd do an episode because my co-host here, Neil, he went somewhere a little special. And Neil, how you doing? And where'd you go?
I'm doing alright. Came back from Japan a few days ago.
Wowee! What a
Great job with the enthusiasm.
yeah, I'm trying to be really enthusiastic for these intros, but before you, Neil's gonna be taking most of the episode. We're just gonna talk about Neil's Japan adventures because I haven't heard a lot about it, and I thought it'd be a good podcast episode, just us talking about good old Nippon, and but I wanted to mention I've had this like inspiration to like make more episodes recently because my friend Brian, who will probably be watching this episode, yeah, he like literally binged all of our episodes on his like commute to work, I guess. So he's like pretty much a big fan of the podcast, which is like kind of like, and he's been telling me about like, oh yeah, this is like really good, and then like he's been giving a lot of good feedback and stuff, so it makes me want to like record more episodes and do more things with it. I would like to get him on as a guest as well, so
Sounds good to me.
yeah, but we still have a whole guest lineup we have packed up pretty much.
When was this?
I'm just kidding. we don't have any guests. There's never going to be another guest on this show. Sorry. The end. Well, you can tell it's been a while because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do a podcast anymore.
Don't worry, I never knew how to do them in the first place.
Yeah, you know, I was about to say that. I don't think we ever really knew how to do one. All right. Well, Neil, let's talk about Japan, shall we?
Alright, where do I start?
Well, when did you go first?
I left America on September 7th.
September 7th, and how long were you there?
I was there for a week.
Damn, 1 week, huh?
Yeah, it's not enough.
Okay, so tell me about let's start at the very beginning. Like who drove you to the airport? How was your flight? That kind of stuff.
Alright, well, the trip to LAX was about as good as any trip to LAX can be. My dad dropped me off. Well, as expected for Los Angeles International Airport, traffic there is terrible, let me tell you. If you can find a better airport to go to, please do. Because frankly, this one needs some work.
Damn straight it does.
Well, yeah, it's like as nice as the terminal is, well, the international terminal anyway. The other ones could use some work too. Like getting there is a giant pain in the ass.
I've never had a good experience at LAX in regards to traffic or just people in general.
Yeah, traffic there is the big problem, which is pretty indicative of California. Well, especially the urban areas of California.
It is one of the largest airports in like the world, isn't it?
Oh yeah, super busy. But fortunately, I was there for a morning flight, so I didn't really have to worry about too many people.
How early?
Well, I got there around 7, and the flight was at 10. So
Damn.
yeah, I got there faster than I expected, but it was also LAX, so there were still a lot of people anyway.
Yikes.
Not at the international airport, actually at the roads to the international terminal.
Yeah.
Because the domestic flights are still busy at all times for whatever reason.
That whole U-shaped bend is the worst traffic experience in America. I'm just gonna go out and say that.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's probably worse than my commute to work every day, which is bad, relatively
Yeah.
speaking. I realize I made a reference that nobody will understand unless they live in California. So
Look, I'm pretty sure at least one of our fans lives in California.
that's true. That is very true.
At least one. I don't think two. At least one.
At least one, yes. Anyway, so the flight, how was it?
Well, the flight there was not as good as I thought, but at the same time, it exceeded every expectation I had.
What did you do on the
So
plane?
overall, it was a positive experience.
But what did you do on
Okay.
the plane? It was like a 16-hour flight.
No, it was actually just 11 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, my initial plan was to listen to music for the first 6 hours. But that fell by the wayside because it turns out Singapore Airlines has a pretty good entertainment system set up in their flights.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of, like a TV, a whole movie theater?
Yeah, it's like you can choose from movies, you get some TV shows, and you get some games. I say some games, they're really the most standard games you could get, like Tetris and Battleship.
But the movies, right? That's what I do on planes. I managed to
Yeah.
watch a few movies when I went to a trip to Hawaii. That was fun. What did you watch?
Well, on the flight there, I watched two movies. One was a rewatch of Deadpool 2, because it's one of my favorites. And the other movie was actually Doctor Strange, because I honestly don't remember that one very much. And I'll be honest, as much as I liked it, I can see why I don't remember it all that much.
I only remember like the cool teleportation scene. They're the or like the one where they're going through all the portals and shit.
It's like if Inception was cast entirely by wizards.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the cool part of it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. I'm just saying it's not necessarily my favorite Marvel movie, though.
So, you're in the plane or whatever. Any annoying passengers? Everyone was relatively quiet. No bad experiences.
No annoying passengers. Unfortunately, the legroom was subpar.
Ah, as it is
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be a little bit of room. But
How
unfortunately,
big was the
flight
plane?
there- Pretty big. It's one of their 777 airplanes, so pretty big.
There was the second floor, kind of.
Oh no, it's not that big.
Okay.
But this is their the standard airplane they use to get from LAX to Tokyo.
Gotcha.
It was the big double decker, but they changed it for whatever reason.
Any problems with like turbulence and stuff? I'm asking for a friend.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, it's not the worst turbulence I've seen. That was the return flight.
Oh, well, we'll get to that part. Well, actually, let's talk about the return flight, and then we'll focus on Japan for the rest of the time. Any experiences you want to talk about with the airplane rides?
Well, ironically enough, the return flight had better legroom. Which tells
Wasn't it
me
the same
that-
airline?
Yeah, but I think the plane going back had the upgraded cabin
Oh,
because there actually was legroom.
nice.
I mean, yeah, that was a positive, but I watched movies again. Well, one movie specifically, it was Black Panther.
Nice. They got all the Marvel movies there.
Yeah, most of the more recent ones. For some reason, they don't have Thor Ragnarok. I don't know why.
I watched Spider-Man on my plane to Hawaii. That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the meat of it, shall we? Japan.
Oh, wait, but I didn't wait. I didn't even finish the best part about the flight back.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so first up, the turbulence was kind of absurd.
Oh God.
It's like, whoa, this is way more turbulent than any other flight I've been on, but at the same time, whoa, that's kind of funny.
Sure. I hate turbulence, but how was it funny? Tell me.
Well, this was easily the first time I've seen the pilot turn on the fasten seatbelt sign in a very long time. Because normally the turbulence is manageable, but this one's like, yeah, might want to buckle up, guys.
Ugh, that was just like on our way to Hawaii and on our way back.
The worst part was that while it was happening, I had to use the restroom.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, ah, damn it. Well, I gotta go back.
When I was taking the plane to Hawaii, I guess like it's just something about being in the Pacific that like in the wintertime that like I guess the winds pick up and shit, so it's just like a really bad time to travel. Or I mean, I guess like technically it's a good time to travel, but like also it's just like kind of a miserable experience sometimes.
I'll get back to the time to travel later, but this was a summer trip. Just reminding you.
Oh yeah. It's summer in Japan, right?
Yeah, it's also summer in Hawaii right now, which means that
Ah,
you went to Hawaii during the winter.
that's true. I did. That was. Hmm. Not a fan of
But
planes.
I honestly don't mind them. It's like I honestly do. I'm not bothered by flying as long as the flight isn't terrible. Like I've discovered that I think the max threshold for comfort on a flight is California to Tokyo and Tokyo to California.
Ew.
Any further, it's like, oh boy, I'm gonna be uncomfortable towards the end of all this.
Yeah. I hope. Because I'm going to Canada later. I hope that flight is nice. It's only 5 hours, so I
You've
hope I
got
can
nothing
live.
to worry about then.
Yeah.
I think you'll be just fine, frankly.
Jeez, I hope so. Thanks, man.
But the
Thanks
most
for believing in me.
Yeah, no worries. But the best part about the flight home wasn't the fact that I was going home. No, that's actually the worst part of it. But,
What was the best part of it?
well, the best part was that the guy we got sat next to was this Japanese tourist who actually spoke some pretty good English.
Oh, that's really nice. What'd he say?
Yeah, no, really cool dude. Said it was his first time stateside. Said he wanted to do some surfing, so he wanted to get some sneakers.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it was a really cool dude. And as far as I know, he's still here as of the time of this recording. So I'm hoping he's having a good time.
Oh, man, we should invite him on the podcast.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't even know his name. But he and his friend are traveling here. Hopefully, they have a good time. I mean, I
Yeah,
had a really
that's
good time
cool.
in Japan, and I hope he has a good time here. Seems like a fair trade.
For sure. I never talk to the people next to me on planes. They're always like some old lady or something.
Hmm.
There's no like young hip people who are like, "Hey, I'm a traveler too."
I got down the first flight, but we didn't speak.
Oh,
Oh well.
yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
I'm not too upset about it.
so Japan.
Yes.
How did it feel like when the announcement on the plane came? Like, we are now about to land in glorious Nippon.
Well, that's not what they said, but more importantly, it was one of the most surreal things I've ever seen.
How'd you feel in that moment, man?
It was like, holy crap, I'm actually landing. Like, oh my god, is that Japan? Yeah, that's Japan. Look at all that green. Oh,
Did
that
you-
means there's no English speakers there, though.
Did you get emotional? Like, was it like it was like a
Oh, yeah, I
pilgrimage,
was
right?
Yeah, I even saw the giant cloud that you see in every Japanese anime that looks like it's coming straight out of a volcano, but it's just a regular cloud.
It took me like a second to figure out what you were talking about, but then I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's that cloud, that really big cloud.
I
You
know
always
exactly
see-
what you're talking about, yes.
Yeah, I even saw that. It was really cool.
Damn, dude. That must have been a moment.
Yeah. What I think about the flight to Japan is that I'm pretty sure the wind was trying to screw with us.
Neil, you're not allowed to land in this country. Trying to blow you
I'm
back.
pretty sure they were trying to get us to land. It's just they were not going to make it easy because this was easily the roughest landing I've ever had, ever.
Hmm.
Like, the descent was fine, but actually trying to get the plane onto the runway seemed to be a real challenge for the pilot because it took a little bit of time.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was easily the scariest part of the flight.
Yeah, oof. Sounds scary. Planes just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of planes. I wish I could just, like, take a train there across the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, best
Like
of luck.
Spirited Away or something.
Yeah, best of luck with that.
Yeah, one day.
I've-
One day, someday. Ocean trains. Anyway,
I mean, there's ocean trains in between England and France.
yeah. Why can't we
That's
have
a really
one?
that's a really short distance, though.
I mean, hey, it's just someone's got to have the money. That's all. That's all it takes in the world. You just need to have the money. So Neil, you land in Japan. What's the first thing you do? Did you scream like a monkey or?
Well, no, the first thing we did was did the most touristy thing possible and go up to the "Welcome to Japan" sign and take a picture in front of
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously,
you were with your friend, right? Totally forgot to mention.
yeah, I was with a friend.
Oh, okay. How long have you known this friend? Any details you want to give, or are you just like he's just
I've
anonymous?
known him for some time now, since high school, actually.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say since junior year. I think that's about right.
Gotcha. All right.
Could have been earlier now that I think of that.
So Neil's with his friend in Japan, all right, and they do the touristy attraction thing. So you booked a hotel or an Airbnb?
Well, my initial plan was to do the whole Airbnb thing, but then I found out that new laws were about to go in place to make sure that Airbnb was actually legal. Unfortunately, these new laws made it so that most Airbnb places really wouldn't qualify to be an Airbnb place.
Oh,
So,
wow,
eventually-
really?
Yeah, but eventually we decided hotel was good enough, and we found a nice little hotel in the Asakusa area.
That's nice.
That was a really good hotel too.
I have a friend who did Airbnb in Japan as well, and when he got to his place, it was like there was no like ventilation. It was like freezing cold. There was like hair in the pillows and the sink. It was a really gross area. Like, and yeah, they had to like leave it or whatever. But I guess that's maybe why the law is changing, right?
Well, I think part of it is because Airbnb operated in Japan as a gray area for a while.
Oh, okay.
Also, tourists don't really understand the Japanese culture all that well, and as such, a lot of the neighbors that were had to put up with their crap.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was misinformed, but
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
interesting. So yeah, what time did you reach the hotel? Like, was it like nighttime by the time you got there? Or?
No, it was still afternoon, but it also took a lot longer than I would have liked it to.
Hmm.
We got to the airport, went through all the immigration and customs. That was super easy. Like, they're very chill. Like, that's another thing. Japanese immigration and customs, at the very least, feel somewhat welcoming. American customs is the complete opposite.
Get out of our country, you foreigner! That's pretty. You could say that, Neil. That's fine.
Yeah, I could totally say that.
Yeah. God bless America. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm glad they. I feel like Japan is becoming more and more touristy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slow process, but they're getting there.
Yeah, it's a great place to visit.
Oh, it's an amazing place to visit.
Yeah, tell us about it, Neil.
Well, I discovered that at the Narita airport, that's the concentration of the most amount of Japanese people who speak English.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
if you want to speak to English to someone, the odds are very good that someone at Narita will speak English to you.
Hmm.
Outside of that, that number goes down significantly.
Yeah, but they were all very friendly. Like, how good's their English? Was there like native speakers or?
None of them were native speakers, but they were fluent.
Hmm.
And that's really what mattered. Like, even if there was an accent, I still had a very good understanding as to what they were telling me.
Gotcha. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Neil. So you're at your hotel. The hotel process was pretty peaceful, right?
Oh yeah, really easy. It was actually, unfortunately, when we were going to the hotel, we decided to walk, since we were in a plane for 11 hours. I
Mhm.
discovered that that was a very bad idea in retrospect, because at the time we got there, it was still very warm, and more importantly, it was very humid.
Oof.
Yeah, I thought the handkerchief would do, but as it turns out, I don't deal with temperature change all that well. So here I am sweating like a motherfucker, trying to check in at the hotel, and I'm just all embarrassed as to how how my body is reacting to the temperature change between the nice AC and the super humid air outside.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm trying to do this as calmly as I can.
It's
But,
a
yeah.
new experience, man. It's a new environment. Your body probably has to like kind of figure out what the fuck's going on real quick, and
Yeah. But I did learn that if I'm gonna go during the summer, handkerchief's not gonna be enough. I'm gonna need a towel.
yikes.
Full towel. It could be a small towel. It just has to be a towel. But I also realized that I can handle this. Like, there's usually enough of a breeze that it's all right.
So that night you went out, or the night you came in, did you go out for a meal, or did you go explore the city a little bit, or you just were sat in your hotel room, kind of exhausted, or what happened?
Well, we did two things. We went to get dinner.
Okay, where'd you go to eat? Like, how'd you even find it? You just Yelped it, I guess,
Well,
or
yeah, before the trip, we looked up a bunch of restaurants. We didn't go to most of them because we kind of just winged it for a lot of it. But this one was actually on our list, and it was a little ramen restaurant near the hotel. And it was my first experience trying to deal with the language barrier. And as it turns out, while a lot of Japanese people will understand basic English, actually trying to speak Japanese to them when you're really not skilled with it can be very stressful.
Ooh.
And I panicked immediately after trying to use what bare minimum Japanese I knew. So I ended up just doing what everyone else does and pointed to the menu items. It'd be like one of each. I mean, it wasn't that bad though, because like it was there's a lot. Like one thing that I discovered about being in Tokyo is that there's quite a few English signs out and about. So even though like everything's in Japanese, there's English nearby to explaining what everything is, what to do or where to go. Like there's a lot of English menus as well, so that was easy to work with.
Yeah. It seems like they're accustomed to it, like all the restaurants and stuff. But what kind of English did you, or sorry, what kind of Japanese did you even like try to communicate to the?
Well, I wanted to use what little I had to order food. Unfortunately, I forgot the exact phrasing. So it ended
Did
up
the
just
guy
coming
just like
across
look
as
at you and was like, what the heck? What do you
No.
what'd you call me, foreigner? And then he slapped you across the face, right?
No, actually, he understood what I was getting at because I used a lot of gestures to get everything across as well.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So yeah, it worked out at the end of the day.
Oh, they must like run into a lot of foreigners. So
Yeah, they do.
okay, gotcha.
That's
Interesting.
why a lot of them have English menus nowadays.
Hmm.
I mean, most of the time they will respond to you in Japanese or like super basic English, but usually they'll respond in Japanese.
Gotcha. So, how was the food? Was it like little Tokyo level of
No, I'll be honest. I think every ramen place I've had in Japan, it's not necessarily my favorite ramen I've ever had, but every ramen place will I put in my top 5.
Wow, interesting.
But I mean, I've only had 3 in Japan, so that's quite a few places that could easily surpass them.
Damn. What else did you eat while you were there?
There's so many different things I ate. Besides the ramen, which I had 3 bowls, which in retrospect I'm not super upset about, but I'm also not super happy with because I'm in Japan. What the hell am I doing only eating ramen?
What else did you eat though? You went to sushi places? Did you have like the pancake thing? What is it called? Otogi moyoaki, or I don't fucking know.
Okonomiyaki.
Okonoke, yeah, that one.
No, stop saying it. I'll say it from now.
Oh, moyokodaki.
Oh my god.
Okay, there you go. You had the
Okonomiyaki.
pancakes.
Yeah, okonomiyaki, the Hiroshima style. And I realized that between the Hiroshima style and the Osaka style, I prefer the Hiroshima style. Because the the Osaka style like mixes everything together to make one like nice mix of flavors. Whereas the Hiroshima style is layered, so it's a lot easier to tell what's what. And like that kind of makes it a little more interesting to eat. Plus, it was pretty damn good.
Nice.
I don't know if it's the best okonomiyaki I could have had there, but I'm still very happy with it. It's just a little pricey.
Well, I imagine everything is very subjective when you're eating in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super satisfied with the food I ate there.
Yeah. Well,
there was
eating
not
in
a,
general.
like there was not a single meal I had that I would say is like I thought was bad. Like
Okay.
everything I had, I thought was at the very minimum pretty good.
Did you go to a convenience store at all?
Oh yeah, that's the one thing you'll want to take note in Japan. The convenience stores are your friend.
They sound
Like-
like they would be.
Like the food there has no right to be as good as it actually is.
That's
But
what I heard.
because
It's
I'm-
like a
that's
full
what
scale.
that's because I'm American. My standard for convenience store food is really low. So here's Japan with their like 7-Eleven bento. Here I am eating it and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Our standards are way too low. This shit goes like $5 and it's already a fucking meal. It's like we gotta step up our game.
Damn, dude.
No, seriously, like the 7-Eleven curry udon and oyakodon bento I had, like holy crap! Like this should not be as tasty as it is.
That's crazy, man.
This isn't fair. It's like this is good. Like, I'm totally content with this being my either dinner or breakfast. What the fuck?
How often did you use a convenience store?
Almost every day.
Really? Wow.
Well, one thing I realized is that in the summer, I want to stay hydrated. And when all the drinks are in there, and when the vending machines don't necessarily have the drink I want, that's not necessarily true. They actually have a lot of drinks, but the convenience store is usually right there. It gives you a nice big bottle.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
That's nice.
I also realized that getting stuff at the convenience store was significantly easier than ordering at restaurants.
Hmm.
Mostly because like what the cashier will say is a lot easier to get. Like usually they'll ask like, "Do you have a points card?" and I'll be like, "No." Usually by shaking my head. And also if you order like a bento, they'll ask you, "Do you want this warmed up?" And it did take me a couple tries before I finally realized what they were saying, but eventually I got the point across, which was super cool because that was the first time I was like using Japanese effectively.
That's awesome, man. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't even know where we were. Oh yeah, let's talk about where you went for the 7 days you were there. What kind of locations did you go to? Where anything like kind of just tell me where you went, I guess, as a good point to start with.
As a nerd, the first thing we did was enter Nerd Town, Akihabara, or Electric Town, as they refer to it.
Yeah. Did you see the Persona 5 protagonist there?
I did.
Nice.
A lot of it, actually.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I even bought 2 plush toys featuring the protagonist and my main ship with him.
Aw, that's cute.
Unfortunately, they didn't have Makoto, so I had to go with my actual main ship.
Aw.
I didn't get Ryuji because I don't have space for him. So now I feel a little bad, but my ship is complete.
That's nice.
I did get a little Makoto keychain, but I kind of just left it at work because I honestly don't have a need to put it on my keys.
Aw.
It's okay, it all worked out.
I'll take it off your hands.
Because
It's okay, no.
I actually like it, so...
So Akihabara, I don't even know what's there. Can you describe it to me?
Akihabara is basically where you go to in Tokyo to get as much access to electronic goods as possible. It's the otaku haven, basically.
Okay.
But the very first thing I saw after leaving the train station, which I'll get to the trains eventually, was this giant store that made like American this is one huge store, and I'm pretty sure an American mall would feel a little jealous as to how big this is. It's not just wide, it's tall too. And it was, I believe, Yodobashi Camera, which is this giant camera store that has pretty much every electronics good you could possibly get. Or most of it, anyway.
I remember
all the foundations was there. Like, you can get your phone there, you can get your camera, you want a computer, we got the parts, got the computer parts, you probably got it. Video games, top floor, Gundam, same deal.
I remember my friend Brian, actually, who's probably watching this, he was saying, like, because he went with his wife on their honeymoon to Japan, and he was like, when you're in Japan, always look up, because everything's multi-floored, especially in the city.
That's very true. I discovered that Tokyo is very vertical.
Yeah. Were you like often like going to different floors and stuff, or were you at the base a lot? Okay.
Yeah. Well, the first time we went to Yodobashi Camera, we kind of just explored the bottom floor, but then we realized we're not getting any of this stuff. So we went outside and I discovered, ooh, a crepe shop. I want crepes.
Back to food, huh?
Dude, the food in Japan's amazing. I don't know how much of it you can eat because of your allergies, but it's amazing.
I probably can't, but
Oh,
I can vicariously live through you. So describe it if you as much as you want. I'm just trying to get to where you went because we could talk about food all day, and then I'll be miserable by the end of this podcast.
all right. Well, let's go to where we went. So what I wanted to do was find one of the Sega arcades. As it turns out, there are four main buildings. There could be more, but I only noticed four. I was trying to get to Building 3 because that's apparently the one that Google thought I should go to. We ended up going to Building 4.
Okay.
And I never did find Building 3.
Apparently, it's just a mystery.
Yeah, that or Google Maps is really finicky when trying to use it as your directional method.
It's Japan. Maybe Google's just as confused.
Yeah, maybe it's because I wasn't using Yahoo. Seriously though, Yahoo is actually pretty big in Japan.
Oh, is it? That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh?
But yeah, we went to the Sega arcade, and I realized that this is super cool. It's just like any other arcade, except 10 times more compact.
And
Oh yeah. I realized...
you just like die or something? Like what happened? You left your body for a second to return to Japan?
Yeah. Anyway, well, I realized that I don't actually know how to play any of the games that were at this place. Like, some of them were crane games, but I had very little interest in doing the crane games. And the others were, like, these Japanese fighting games that I've never heard of. And I'm like, wait, what is this? Where's the joystick? Where are the 6 buttons? So I was very amused by it all, but another thing I discovered were that there's a ton of gacha machines. That's where my friend went.
Did you find the Konami what's it called, Gachapon machines, or not Gachapon? Sorry, the pachinko machines.
No, I did not, and thank fuck, because I have very little interest in pachinko.
Are those in the arcade too, like the same arcade, or?
No, pachinko machines will always be in a pachinko parlor.
Oh, okay.
Well, you probably won't see them in like the arcades.
Gotcha.
The arcades.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is something I'm a little upset that I didn't get to see any of the cool VR arcade games or even the new House of the Dead that wasn't out when I went to Japan. I'm not super upset about that.
Did you have fun?
Oh, I had an amazing time.
That's nice. Did you get to play anything cool there? Or? Since
No.
this is a video game podcast, by the way.
Well, I'll get to that. Not really, because because the only thing I really did was watch TV.
You didn't play a lot of arcade games?
Well, no, and it's really because I had no idea what the hell these games were.
Okay.
Were they fighting games? Were they mech games? Were they shooters?
You didn't just pop in a quarter and see like what was going on, or?
Nah. Also because I'm pretty sure they were multiplayer games, and some could have easily been like a new challenger's entered the ring, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah, like there's one with like cowgirls and stuff that like mech battles and shit.
Yeah.
The two guns and stuff. That's a big one.
Yeah, in retrospect, I really should have tried at least one of the games, but at the time I figured, nah, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, Sega Arcade, pretty damn cool. There's about 4 buildings in Akihabara. I only found one, and I'm gonna have to find the other 3 when I get back.
It'll be a journey.
Yeah. But next door was this big old store, like shopping center thing.
What kind of shopping center?
Well, a lot of it was like tech stuff. But
Oh.
2 of the floors were like anime goods.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
kind
they each had their own little sections for all the miscellaneous stuff like wall scrolls, plush toys, anime figures. There was an Ami Ami store there, so yeah, all your figurine goods sort of there. Well, as much as the store can actually carry, considering how much space they've got. Model
Interesting.
kits, all that jazz.
Dang. Did you get anything cool while you were there?
Yeah, the Persona goods.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I also got a model kit tank from Girls with Panzer.
Oh, that's cute. And anything
What else
else?
did I get? I got other plush toys.
Nice.
And I realized that the counter at the one store I got the Persona goods at, the K-Books, like the cashier there was just came across as the coolest guy, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was just him doing his job, but even though I didn't understand a single word he was saying, I still managed to get the gist of it. Like,
Wow, really?
yeah, it's like, do you have a rewards card? I'm like, nope, I'm a tourist, dude. But that's fine. Here's what you're buying. Here's what the cost is. I'll be like, okay, put the money on the tray. That's another thing I miss about Japan already. Like when you have to pay for your things, a lot of places will have this money tray, and you put the money there instead of just giving it direct. And I have no idea why I missed that.
That's really interesting.
It's like I have no reason to miss that, but I do.
Maybe it's so you don't like misplace your card or whatever. Like it's just like a safety measure.
I don't even know if it's that. I just found it's really nice to do.
Hmm.
It's like it's almost formal how we're giving the money.
Gotcha.
I guess that was it, which is weird because one of the things I found more inconvenient was how cash-based Japan is.
For
And
sure.
while I was prepared, I also got way more coins than I thought.
Damn.
Yeah, I ended up ending the trip with like $30 worth of coins.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. In retrospect, I should have used more on the vending machines, but at the same time, I'm good.
So, wow, damn. So how many arcades did you go to? Just, I mean, was it? I'm just trying to get a good idea of like. I mean, this is all in one area, right? Akihabara, right?
Yeah, this is one little corner of Akihabara.
Wow, that's so dense. Really.
Yeah, it's actually really densely populated. This building-wise, anyway, like everything is stacked on each other.
Damn. Was
Yeah,
it
this is
crowded
what
or?
A little bit, yeah.
Hmm.
Like not unbearable crowded, but definitely there were a lot of people.
Gotcha.
A fun thing that happened was like I was in the K books looking for this one single for this anime I'm really into right now, and I realized two things. One, I've never actually been mistaken for a Japanese person before until that day, and two, I had no idea where the hell I was supposed to find my freaking CD.
Wait, someone mistaken you for a Japanese person? Really?
Yeah, well, not a Japanese person. That was actually the return home flight.
Oh.
But like when I was there, it's like I was in the little the aisle looking for my CD, and then like the three other tourists, I assume English speakers, they responded to me with "sumimasen," but I realized, wait, I don't speak Japanese, not very well anyway. I think they mistook me for Japanese. I was like, oh,
Well,
that's
you
interesting.
are Asian, so
Dude, I'm Filipino. I don't look anything like a Japanese person.
you never know. There's some dark-skinned Asian or Japanese people.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, maybe they don't know, so maybe they're just assuming that you're really a good boy.
Yeah, could be.
Damn, man. So, Akihabara.
this was
Anywhere else significant you went in Akihabara?
In Akihabara, well, not on the same day, but I did explore the rest of the Yodobashi camera because I figured why not. I realized, oh my god, it's huge.
Okay.
But more important, but I also went to this anime store called Animate, and it's nothing but anime and manga. And I'm like, holy crap, I don't even know where to start.
Damn, that sounds like a
And I
drug.
realized I don't even watch most of this shit.
Did they
But I
sell
don't care 'cause
English
it's
copies or?
No,
Okay,
everything's in Japanese.
gotcha.
I mean, there's a bunch of English around there, but it's not. None of it's in English.
Hmm.
Like none of the goods are. Outside of that, beyond Akihabara, there's a little like section called Ochanomizu, which is this little street next to a river near Akihabara that is loaded with musical instrument shops.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I figured, oh my god, there's too many places. I might as well go in there and at least try one of them. So I went to one of them. I think this was Ishibashi, and I discovered that I've seen more. Like going into this guitar store, not only have I discovered more guitars than I would in any other American guitar store, I also realized this is the closest I've ever been to the most expensive kinds of guitar.
Hmm.
It's like in America, all the expensive goods are either not on the shelves or they're sourced super high up. It's like
Okay.
this is the closest I've ever been to something that would come out of a custom shop. That'd be like what, $5,000?
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's all beautiful.
Did
I
you
got
want
to
it?
try out one. I got to try out one.
Oh, okay, okay. I was
I
gonna say,
didn't
did
buy
you
it
want to
because
buy
they're-
one?
Well, I want to, but I'm nowhere near budget for that.
Maybe
That's
on
gonna
your
take a little
return
bit of
trip.
time. Yeah, well, I don't even know if I'm on return trip. Like that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
But trying out this guitar, I've come to realize the craftsmanship was impeccable, and also it was probably the most comfortable guitar I've ever played in my freaking life.
Damn, man. They
Yeah,
must be
that
making
was- that
bank
was-
over there.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Jeez, that's crazy. The whole street just full of music stuff.
Yeah. Well, at least the entrance to that street is.
It must be like really convenient because like even like in LA, I feel like things are still like spread out and not as condensed. I imagine there it's like just straight up even more condensed than in LA.
It kind of is because everything, with the exception of like getting from one area to the other, like as long as it's in the general city, you can walk there. Well, like if it's in the general area of the city, you can walk there. Like if it's in Akihabara, you could probably just walk that way, no real problems.
How much did you walk?
Almost all day.
Wow.
Yeah, you're gonna get your workout done in Japan.
Yeah,
Which
because
is
everyone
good,
just
because-
walks everywhere.
Yeah, which is good because the food isn't necessarily the healthiest.
For some reason, they're pretty healthy over there, though.
Yeah.
Damn, man. All right.
That's just Akihabara. Holy crap! There's so much more.
Yeah, let's move on to we're at 41 minutes. Damn, jeez.
That's just Akihabara. Holy crap!
I know. Damn. Let's talk about other places you went to, like any major spots.
Sure. Shibuya,
Okay, how was that?
the pop culture center of Tokyo. And I realized I actually really like Shibuya because it reminds me of downtown San Francisco.
I never been. Well, tell me about it.
Well, the difference between Shibuya and downtown San Francisco is that I don't feel out of place. Which is weird because I'm not Japanese, so of course I'm out of place.
There are people like
but-
cosplaying on the streets and stuff, right?
Honestly, I didn't see very many at all. In fact, most of them were around Akihabara.
Oh,
The most I saw was like a specific like fashion style.
okay.
But even then, like most people were just normally.
Interesting.
So the most touristy thing I could have done, the Shibuya crossing. I went through it and I realized this is the most hectic amount of controlled. Sorry, I said that wrong. This is the most chaotic amount of controlled like organization I've ever seen.
Did time freeze and then you looked around and you were like, what the hell is going on? And you saw a demon and then like you saw blue flames and shit.
I fucking wish I just saw people walking.
And you woke up on a subway and then you went to a cafe and then you awoke
I fucking wish I just saw people just walking across. But at the same time, it was super cool because that was a super busy crossing in there. Like it looks hectic. It's actually very much in control. It's like nothing feels out of place.
Yeah, people know where they're going, I imagine.
Well, most people do. Like tourists like me are probably breaking the flow, if anything.
So I have to ask, since we were talking about Persona, how many like places in Persona did you kind of see in real life?
Unfortunately, not as much as I would have liked.
Which
Like,
ones did you see?
Well, while riding the subway, I did stop at Aoyama Ichitome. You know that station?
Yeah.
The station where Shujin is supposed to lead to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't leave there because there was nothing in the Aoyama Ichitome station that I would go to. But what I did go to was that one little area where the Phantom Thieves have their meetings after they leave the rooftop.
Ah, the crossing.
Yeah, like the view of the crossing from Shibuya Station.
How was that?
It was pretty cool. I was like, oh my god, the meeting place is here.
It's like a surreal moment.
This is where Ryuji almost revealed their existence for the billionth time.
There's where that asshole Ryuji was before you blurted out everything.
Yeah. And it wasn't just that, I also saw the little green train thing where Yoshida was giving his speeches.
Oh
Turns
wow,
out-
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Turns out it's a Hello Kitty thing.
Oh, that's cute.
I also saw the entrance to Mementos.
Nice. Did you go in?
Nah. I had no reason to go into that station. There was no train that I would take that would go there.
You ran into a homeless man, and then you turned into a shadow, and then you like did a backflip, and then the fucking last surprise music started playing.
Again, I wish this shit happened.
That'd be amazing if it happened.
Yeah, but at the same time terrifying because it means I'd have to fight God.
Gee, eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow, that's pretty interesting. So just those places.
No, in Shibuya, I also found that the equivalent of that one street where you go shopping in the Shibuya area in Persona.
The underground area?
No, not the underground, the top area. You know the bookstore is. And
Oh yeah. That whole street.
yeah. I saw the equivalent of that.
That's cool.
I also saw the what was it? All right, the Tower Records.
Ah, yeah. The big crossing.
Yeah, one thing I realized about Japan is that streaming is not nearly as prevalent as it is here stateside.
Really?
Such physical copies are really common.
Gotcha.
And I'm super happy about that because I'm just happy a music store like this exists. It's
Oh,
also where
you went in
yeah,
the
I went
music
to the
store.
Yeah, Tower Records.
Oh, okay.
And it's also where I found my anime single.
Nice.
Yeah. It took me fucking forever to find it, but I finally did.
Well, it was a big music store, right?
Well, no, it's because everything's in Japanese and I have no idea how it's organized.
Oh, well, that too.
Yeah. But the Tower Records just being there was super cool. It's probably my favorite store of the places, but that's mostly because of my interest in music.
Damn, Shibuya sounds poppin'.
It's also huge. It's like there's no way I can explore the whole place in the day.
What other major places did you go to, Neil? We're speed rounding this.
All right, well let's go with the quick one, Shinjuku. We didn't do very much in Shinjuku, but Shinjuku, as it turns out, is a lot more in common with well, what's the place? It's not really New York. I don't know, but it felt a lot more like businessy than Shibuya did. Shibuya felt more touristy.
Oh, like the business district.
Technically, because the Tokyo Metropolitan Government building is there, and there's also a lot of offices there, but at the same time, I saw a lot of major chains, like store chains. There's a lot of this here. But it felt less like a touristy area.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Did you go to any of like the micro bars or anything like that? Like
No, and that's because trying to overcome jet lag unfortunately screwed with my sleep schedule.
Oh, okay. So you didn't
So,
go out. You
yeah,
didn't go out in nightlife.
Yeah, I wish I did, but I was too tired at the end of the day each time.
Yeah. You might have to try that next time, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So Shinjuku, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so
first things first. Shinjuku Station is the only train station I've actually gotten lost in. Because I think my friend and I went through the wrong exit gate, and it really confused the hell out of me.
ooh, how was that? Would you get like a lot of nervous?
Look, the attendants there working the booths, like they don't really speak English, but they were very helpful.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Intimidating, but that's just because they're like old Japanese. Well, they're these old Japanese dudes.
Yeah,
in,
those old Japanese people are really intimidating, right, Neil?
Oh, it's because they were in security uniforms. I was like, oh.
They're gonna arrest you, damn foreigners.
I don't think they go that far. I would have liked to see the observatory red deck of the Tokyo Metropolitan Building, but just another thing to look forward to next time. What else did we do? We went to one of these the Shinjuku parks, Didn't get to go through very much of it because the park was closing in a half hour by the time we got there, but we still got a really nice view of everything. It's a really nice place.
Did you go to that place where you can like pet the deer? The Nara Park, is it?
That is not anywhere near Tokyo.
Okay, sorry. I'm. This is how little I know about Japan, even though I'm a big fan.
It's fine. Look, it's on my itinerary.
Gotcha.
So we didn't really do much in Shinjuku because I'll be honest, there's not very much for me to do in Shinjuku. It's okay. There's always next time to do it.
So okay, Shinjuku. What other locations?
Well, Asakusa, the place we stayed at.
Okay, well, how was that?
Well, it's actually really nice. It's definitely a lot. It's not city. It doesn't feel like a city. It feels more like a smaller town. Okay, it doesn't really feel like a small town at all. In fact, it feels like a really big town, but it feels a lot less like a city than say Shinjuku, Shibuya, Akihabara.
And you took the train to from that town to the city, right?
Right.
Okay, just making sure. And but there was a lot to do in that town, I imagine, right?
Quite a bit actually, especially food and like culture aspects of it.
Okay. Did you go to any like hot springs or any of the like typical like anime things? I guess.
Yes, actually.
Oh, you did go to a hot spring.
Yeah, and I realized the idea of being naked with pretty much all the other guys is not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, it didn't feel weird to me at all.
So they're just hanging out with their schwangers out, right?
Yeah, but no one gives a shit.
That's really cool. I'm glad.
We're all here to have a nice bath and just relax and let all the stress go out for.
Yeah.
It's also where I met the one guy who spoke English.
Well, wait, tell us about that. What the heck?
Okay, so there was a guy who's from Hawaii who asked me in Japanese, like, if this is like, how does the thing work here? Well, first thing he asked me was if I spoke English, which I responded, which I actually understood what he was saying.
Oh yeah, he was just like Ego Ohanashimasu or something.
Yeah, and I've responded yes.
Yes, I do speak English. He's like, whoa.
Because I actually understood that, but like he was there visiting. He used to live in Japan, apparently.
Oh, nice. Wait, he used to live in Japan and he doesn't even. Oh no, wait. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Ignore me. Sorry. So you made friends with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And it wasn't awkward at all. You just hung out with him in a bath, right?
Yeah, that was it. We were just sitting there, just talking about what we're doing in Japan. We met a French dude.
You met a French dude?
Yeah, he spoke a little bit of English, which is how we were able to meet the guy.
That's really cool. It was a very international kind of experience, right?
Yeah, ironically enough, in one of the most Japanese places I could have gone to.
That's so cool, man. Like that sounds like such an experience.
Yeah, other thing I did in Asakusa, we went to Nakamise Shopping Street, which is that giant street of all the vendors in between the two gates leading up to Sensoji Temple.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Super crowded, but I got my chopsticks, so I'm good.
That's cool. That sounds really awesome.
Yeah, I wish I spent more time there in retrospect, but at the same time, there's just way too much to do in Japan, I've discovered.
Yeah, it seems like something like 1 week is just scratching the surface, it seems like. And you were just in one area, like, pretty much. You didn't even go to, like, another, like, major city in Japan, like Osaka or anything like that.
Yeah, if I went to, like, Osaka and Kyoto, I would have missed a lot more.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. So I guess we're kind of nearing the end of our hour here, but I gotta ask you.
We got time, dude. We'll make the time.
I know. Is there anything big you want to talk about?
Odaiba. Well, yeah, Odaiba.
Odaiba. What's that?
Odaiba is an artificial island in Japan that is basically a tourist trap. but it is super well designed. It gives you an incredible view of the Tokyo skyline. You get to see the fake Statue of Liberty. There's like 3 separate shopping malls, all with their own themes.
Wait, go
store
back a
sections.
sec. Wait, go back a sec. There's a fake Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, I don't know why they have it, but they have a small one. It's kind of funny now that I think about
What
it.
the hell? What?
Yeah,
It's like copyright
have it.
infringement?
I don't know. But that's where the big Gundam is.
Oh, okay.
And watching it come to life is cool, but I imagine it's way cooler to watch it come to life at night, because in the daytime it's kind of just like all this epic music is happening, but it's not loud enough like a Disney park where you feel like you're part of the universe. It just activates and it's like, oh. So I imagine at night it's super cool to watch, but like
In the
If anything-
daytime, it's incredibly depressing.
well, it's not depressing. It's just not that interesting, but it is really cool to stand next to it just because of how big the Gundam is. How
That's
much
cool.
just how much detail it went into that thing.
Did a Cruel
Also-
Angels thesis start playing?
No.
Oh, well.
Also in the Daiba was a hot spring resort.
Wait, what?
Yeah. There's a little place called Uedo Onsen Monogatari. Super cool place. A little expensive though.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh, how was it?
The hot spring there was fun. It was damn nice to be in. Really relaxing. Very aesthetically beautiful. You got your rental yukatas, which I thought was super cool because it made me want to get one. I didn't get one. I'm starting to regret that.
Damn. Where else did you go? In Odaiba, I guess.
Well, I checked out one of the shopping malls, Diver City. And that's also where I had my first taste of what Japanese pizza is like.
Japanese pizza. How?
Yeah.
What was that about?
It's very strange yet tasty.
What was on it?
Well, the one I ordered was a more standard pizza. It had like egg, it had cheese and ham and all that. But my friend ordered the super Japanese one, which had mayonnaise, teriyaki chicken, also an egg.
What the hell?
Again, it was weird, but I found myself really like.
That's really cool. Man, oh man. I'm like actually like struggling to like think about things to ask you because it's just like it's so much stuff that you did, it seems like, but also like so little in a sense, right?
Yeah, that really does feel like how it is, because even on the last day, which I went to Skiji Market for my morning sushi, I finally did it. But even then, I feel like I only did so much.
So did you go anywhere else you want to talk about?
Yeah, Skiji Market.
Okay. Oh, okay. So tell us about Skiji Market because I'm gonna ask you like a follow up question to the whole thing. So.
Well, it's closing soon, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, explain to people who might not know what Skiji Market is.
Okay. Skiji Market is this giant fish market in Tokyo where all the restaurants get their goods. Like this is where the tuna auction is held. I have zero interest in watching it because I don't give a damn about some dude selling tuna, saying incomprehensible words that I'm pretty sure none of the guys trying to get the tuna understand either.
What the hell? Okay, sure.
The idea is cool, but it honestly has no interest in me. But when I got there, the first thing I did was I went to the Starbucks. Because,
That sounds exactly like you.
well, yeah, I'm tired. It's like, it's the morning. I don't want to be up this early, but I also want my breakfast sushi.
Sure.
So I'm pretty sure I committed like 50,000 faux pas at that Starbucks, but no one seemed to be bothered by it.
What did you do?
Well, I
Did you
ordered my
disturb
food.
the peace?
No, I ordered my food. I sat my stuff down at the table, and I went to the counter, and then I discovered, wait, there's a line. Like, shit! So I went back to my seat, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait. Then my order comes in, it's like, okay, I gotta get up. I bump into the empty table next to me, and I was like, oh god, that made a noise.
And then a man came out and was like, "You filthy foreigner!" And then he cut you in half, right?
No, I got my coffee, and the barista said thank you.
Okay, gotcha. I'm glad you're okay. Also,
Also, they have an item called Moose Foam Latte that we don't get here, and I thought it was pretty good.
Moose foam latte?
Yeah, it's where the foam is very creamy, almost creamy, but still very foam-like.
Whoa,
That's
okay.
the worst possible way I could have described it. But anyway, Skiji Market. Well, the guard to the main gate to Skiji Market, I didn't realize spoke fluent English. And I was scared to approach him because of that. I was like, okay, is this where I go? I was like, alright, I guess I'll go to this guy. This dude speaks fluent English.
It's like, hello, sir, how are you? And it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, it had the accent and all, but it was perfect as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, he directed me to where all the things are, where all the restaurants are, where that I'm not allowed to go into the wholesale area because that's where all the business gets done.
Gotcha.
Went in, I realized, oh my god, this really is a fish market because it smells exactly like one. And I went to look for one of the sushi restaurants. There were two big ones, Sushi Dai and Daiwa Sushi. Both of them had 3-hour-long lines, and one of them, I'm pretty sure, stopped accepting new guests at that point.
What the hell? 3-hour long lines?
Yeah, they're very popular.
Wow.
So I just got realized, wait, why the hell would I go there? There's a sushi restaurant right in the middle that TripAdvisor said was pretty damn good, so I went to that one. And only waited like a half hour.
Nice.
So I went in, ordered my sushi meal. The sushi there has changed my life.
Really?
It's so good. Like the okay stuff was still pretty damn good, but all the really good stuff made me go like, oh my god, the standard has been set.
Well, I mean, I imagine it's just fresh. It's like fresh as hell.
Yeah, the uni there, or sea urchin for those of you who don't know. It's like if God came down and be like, yo, you think this sushi back in the States is good? Check this shit out. I'm serious, it was that good to me.
Any avocado rolls?
No.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to eat anything there.
I'll just order rice. Rice and seaweed.
I don't even know if you could just do that. Like, can you take miso?
No.
Oh.
Soy.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to eat anything there.
I don't know how I'm supposed to survive. I'll bring my own brown rice or something.
I don't know how the hell you're supposed to get that through customs.
I mean, it'll be a Costco package.
Oh yeah, another fun thing about Tsukiji Market, that's where the first Yoshinoya was.
What's a Yoshinoya?
It's a beef Yoshinoya? You know that one beef bowl restaurant that you occasionally see here and there?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's
I
where
know
the
what you're
first
talking
one
about,
was.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
where the first one is, and I found it. I was like, oh, cool. And because I'm an idiot, I didn't bother taking a picture.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there's so many food vendors, so many little shops. So I was like, oh, this is cool stuff. I'm not gonna buy anything here because I don't have much. I'm already full. But-
I'm full, I'm broke, and I have nothing to do.
Oh, I wasn't broke. No, I wasn't broke the entire trip.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm full. Figured, all right, well, yeah. So unfortunately, while Tsukiji Market is closing, I do believe like the whole restaurant area and like the small tourist market area is still gonna stay.
Why
I
is Skiji Market closing? Do you know?
No freaking clue.
Oh wow.
I have no idea why they're moving it. I just know that they're moving it to Toyosu for whatever reason.
Hmm. Well, hopefully you can go revisit the new location and tell us how it is.
I don't know if like the place that they're moving is like the main fish market where you get all your fish.
Oh.
So I don't think I'm going to visit that. If anything, it's just the touristy area.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Anywhere else, Neil?
Let's see.
Well, we'll just go an hour and a half. By the way.
Okay. Well, I figured I would, because I'm a big coffee guy, I figured I'd visit this one coffee shop I heard about that sells coffee beans. Because all the other coffee shops just sell coffee, like to drink. But this one actually sold the beans I could make at home.
Hold that thought, Neil. I know you're a big coffee guy. How was the coffee in Japan overall compared to America?
Pretty good. I mean, the Starbucks was exactly the same as the Starbucks here.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It's the same with the McDonald's. There's no real difference except for the bacon. For some reason, the bacon at the Japan McDonald's is pretty freaking good.
Huh.
Other than that, it's the exact same. But the coffee here is pretty good. Like, I'm very happy with it.
Did you get like canned coffee, or was it like home brewed, or what was the difference?
Well, the vending machines offered the canned coffee, and I realized that I don't like canned coffee for the most part. But what I discovered is that Max Coffee is no longer just a Chiba thing.
Gotcha. So
And I had my Max Coffee and fulfilled my inner Hachiman. And I realized he has good taste.
nice. So what was the best damn coffee you had then?
Oh, the stuff at the coffee shop where I bought my coffee beans from.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Also, the guys there running the counter spoke English.
Cool,
Those
cool. Coffee
So, yeah.
connoisseurs, perhaps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, the coffee there's a little expensive, and it only comes in so much. So my reserve is a little bit limited at the moment.
Well, I mean, you gotta drink it on special occasions, then.
Yeah, pretty much.
For sure. What were we talking about before coffee?
What else did you do in Japan?
Oh, yes. What else did you do in Japan?
Well, I finally went to the Don Quixote store.
What the heck is that?
It's kind of like Walmart, but not really.
Okay, describe it. Tell us about it.
Well, it was a multi-story, like general, like Walmart, Target, supermarket style store.
It's a general goods store, right?
Yeah, it's a general goods store because it's not really a supermarket because there's too many non-supermarket things.
Right.
But that's where I pretty much got all my souvenirs from because one, it was super cheap, and two, they had all the Kit Kats I could have needed. So I brought a couple of them home. The one I've tried, the first one, were these like Uji matcha tea Kit Kats. Pretty good. At least to me they were. Unfortunately, they're all gone. But pretty good. Also where I got my fridge magnets from, and they were really cheap, like 500 yen.
Nice.
It's also where I got my shirts, which I like it. Unfortunately, I wish I got my yukata. Because I want a freaking yukata. I realize I actually really like those things. I don't feel Japanese wearing them, I just feel comfy wearing them.
Damn.
So yeah, I really like the onsen resort. It's just a little easy.
Gotcha. It was a nice experience there. Any English speakers in that area?
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, one of the cashiers did, but
That's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of English speakers just kind of scattered around then, I imagine.
yeah, for better and for worse. Because like one of my while we were walking around Asakusa, like there were these guys who, like, you know, those like dudes who run those carts where there's people sitting in them around town.
You mean like a rickshaw?
Yeah, like a rickshaw.
Oh, okay.
Like those guys, like we ended up running into two of them. It was like one of them, like my friend deterred them by saying we don't speak Japanese, and they were like, okay, like arigatou gozaimasu, like all that jazz. The second guy we run into, he does the same thing. He speaks perfect English.
And then he can't get out of it.
Yeah, like it becomes super awkward. I was like, well, no getting out of this one. I mean, we ultimately got away, managed to get away, even though I honestly wouldn't mind riding that.
Seems dangerous, but...
Well, it was raining, so that didn't help.
Oh, God.
What else? Sensoji Temple. As it turns out, super cool. Even if you don't
Nice.
practice any religion of any kind, it's a super cool place to go. Like, just to give your, like, donate to the shrine, you throw your 500 yen, maybe not 500 yen, but throw your, like your 1 yen coins into the place, clap twice, and then pray.
For good grades.
Yeah. Good grades, romance, friendship, whatever the hell you want.
Your anime figurines, yes.
Yeah, spend 100 yen to get your fortune. I didn't do that because I was an idiot. I totally would have done that because that would have been cool. But I didn't because I'm a moron.
I mean, who has time for everything?
Yeah. Also, when it rains, everyone has an umbrella, and this is super hit or miss because it's really crowded.
So people are bumping into each other with umbrellas?
Oh yeah, it's like, oh no. Like, this is exactly what I'm terrified of.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, like, I'll be honest. Like the last day, I was really sad because this place exceeded or met all my expectations perfectly, and yet I feel like I didn't do enough.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about okay. Last time I'll ask. Any other crazy places you went, or not crazy? Major locations you went to?
I guess Ichiran Ramen is one. It's that one chain ramen restaurant where everyone eats at a little booth.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fun, and the ramen there was really good.
Huh.
I mean, the least interesting part of it was the meat because it feels like the most processed of all the ramen, like pork that I've had.
Hmm.
But it was still good. Like I would definitely eat there again.
Well, I imagine Japan processed is way different than American processed.
Probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So you were probably eating like 5-star meat.
Probably. I mean, even the 7-Eleven little sandwiches are pretty freaking good.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Oh right, restaurants. Restaurants. So many good restaurants in Japan.
Name your top 3. Go.
Top 3. All right. Let me look up the picture because that one actually has the name. Wrong one. Shitamachi Tendon Akimitsu. It's a tempura restaurant.
Okay.
Best tempura I've ever had in my freaking life.
Nice.
Like the batter was perfect. It was just crispy enough, but melts in your mouth. Well, that's the wrong way to describe it, but it was just right. Flavor of the fish and the shrimp and the veg and the eel was perfect. The rice that went in it had a nice little sauce on it. The beer that went in it complemented it all very well. And it was the first place I actually got to use Japanese properly. Well, when asking for the check, anyway. Everything else kind of fell apart at the seams. But yeah, damn good restaurant. One of my favorite places I went to the entire trip.
Awesome.
Number 2, I need to look up the restaurant. Asakasa Umaimon Aduma.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's a place that serves katsudon, which is basically fried pork cut up into slices with egg on top of it, all over rice.
I know. Okay.
It's a simple but damn good meal. Also, we had the nice little kotatsu like seating, so that was really nice.
Oh, with like the heater and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, this one didn't have the heater.
Oh. Well,
But-
it was summer, right?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but yeah, pretty damn good.
Cool.
So I really like that katsudon. And number
gotcha.
3, okonomiyaki at Yukari in the Akihabara ADX structure.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was my first Hiroshima style, and I've come to really like that okonomiyaki. Because it was really good. It had the cabbage, it had the okonomiyaki batter crepe, it had the egg, it had the yakisoba noodles, it had slices of pork, it had the octopus in it, it had cuttlefish. Really good.
Sounds delicious, man. Too bad I'm allergic to it, but vicariously living through you.
Yeah.
Maybe
What
one
is
day
that?
I'll just be like, fuck it, and I'll have to eat something that I won't relatively suffer from.
Yeah.
Ramen probably is a good bet.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Veggies,
Oh.
broth, noodle.
It depends on the ramen, dude.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, shit, I completely forgot about the sushi restaurant. Yeah, Sushi Doko Yamazaki. My new standard for sushi.
Oh, wasn't that you did describe that? That was at the market, right?
Yeah, but I completely forgot to put that into the list, so I'm gonna say it anyway.
Oh, right. Gotcha. That wasn't on the list, but
My new standard for sushi.
gotcha. Top 4.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
A little pricey. That's probably why I put it last.
okay. So I have to ask you. What was I going to ask you? I had like some questions prepared for you, just for like next time, right? So next time you go to Japan, what do you want to do? Like, where do you want to go? Like, what specific things do you have? Like a better idea? Better like, do you feel like anywhere you were like, ah, shit, I should have gone there?
Yes. I want to visit some craft beer stops.
Okay.
because Japan does have a craft beer movement. It's not a big one, but it's there. I would love to go there for the nighttime. In general, I'd like to do some more nightlife things. Just because, like, I kind of ended the day a little earlier. Like, after dinner was pretty much, alright, let's go to the hotel, watch some TV.
Yeah.
I like the Japanese TV, as it turns out. I actually really do. But at the same time, I'm here, I might as well enjoy the sights.
I mean, it sounds pretty exhausting if you're out all day.
Yeah. Explore more Shibuya, explore more of Akihabara, explore more Shinjuku. Definitely go back to Odaiba because I missed out a lot of that. Outside of Tokyo, though, definitely want to visit Osaka. Because I hear it's a lot more mellow than Tokyo. I can probably get a good idea as to what that's like, because Tokyo can be very hectic.
It sounds hectic.
Yeah, I like to call it like ordered chaos, because on one hand, holy crap, everything's happening all at once. On the other hand, it's all done in order. So it's weird.
Yeah. I heard the nightlife is really crazy in Tokyo.
Yeah. I would like to visit Kyoto, because that's the most obvious tourist attraction I could possibly go to. But more importantly, that's the place where that one guy who makes the omurice in the coolest way possible works. And I want to get myself a reservation to that place, because I want to watch that dude work his magic. Also, because his omurice just looks freaking delicious.
Nice.
Oh, that's another thing I could put on my list. Have omurice. I'm pretty sure I can make it myself, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it nearly as good as they can.
For sure.
Right now, anyway. I imagine with time it could happen, but for now, might as well have some fun.
For sure. Anywhere else you want to go next time?
Sure. I would. Well, for the next trip, I can't go too far, otherwise I'm not gonna get paid, and also I'm not gonna have money. So it's mostly focusing on either exploring more Tokyo and/or going to Osaka and Kyoto. Oh, Disney Sea. I gotta check Disney Sea.
Gotcha.
Because for some reason, Tokyo Disney Sea is considered one of the greatest theme parks ever.
Is it?
I don't know why, but anytime I look at pictures of it, I just think, I gotta go. Is that Indiana Jones? Hell yeah. Is that Jules' two different attractions? Cool. But apparently it's one of the best theme parks out ever, so.
Huh.
Gotta check that out. Not necessarily Tokyo Disneyland, because I can go to Disneyland for that. But Disney Sea, definitely.
For sure. Damn. That's a lot of places, man. I mean, and I still feel like you'd be scratching the surface.
Because I would. There's too much.
There's too much, yeah. I mean, you could spend an entire, like, year in there. You probably wouldn't see everything.
Yeah. That's just the cities.
Yeah, that's just the cities. There's places in between. There's other... I mean, jeez, it's just such a dense, packed area. It's a beautiful country, I imagine.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I mean, I will admit the worst part was occasionally walking next to a store and getting that weird scent out of it, which tells me, like, okay, that must be the trash. But it was always a fleeting moment, and otherwise the air is breathable.
Gotcha.
Not like super breathable. I was like, yeah, that's fresh air. In LA, I'm like, I don't know how fresh this air is.
This air is contaminated. Oh well, I guess I'll breathe it anyway.
Yeah. Also, one thing I noticed in Japan, I didn't have to use chopstick nearly as much as I do here.
That's really nice.
I don't know why, but I didn't have to, so it worked out.
They're probably used to the touristy people.
But yeah, probably.
So yeah, maybe they.
But I really don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's a changing place. It seems like.
I like to describe it as Japan. For the most part, they're on par with the rest of the modern world, but there are things where they're 10 steps ahead. There are also places where they're 50 steps back. So it's a little weird, but at the same time, it's still one of the most fascinating places I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like, the train system is all very efficient. The toilets there are perfect.
You've been wanting to go to Japan for as long as I can remember. Now that you finally went, I mean, you were just describing it as like, man, I gotta go back. I'm sad that you were telling me like you were sad that like you had to come back.
because at the time I was, and I'll be honest, I still am. I
Yeah,
can't stop thinking about it.
that's crazy, man.
So
Like,
my other friend who did go to Japan, like when he came back, he was like, I gotta go back, and I'm like, dude, I haven't been there. I want to go back, and now I understand what he's feeling. I'm like, yeah, I totally get it.
what is it? What's the magic of it all? Like, can you put that in words somehow?
I'm not really sure how to describe
Maybe there
Because-
are no words to describe it.
it. Kind of, because like at the end of the day, it just fascinates me as a place.
It was your first time going out of the country, right?
Not the first time. This is the first time by myself.
Yeah, first time by yourself is what I mean.
Yeah, like without family. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But maybe it's because I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture and being there and having experienced just a little bit of it. That's part of the reason why I can't help but keep thinking about it.
Hmm.
It's like, wow, this place truly fascinating. Like even now, even with all the problems I hear about online, even with all the good things I've experienced, even with all the weird things I've experienced, even all the negatives, I still can't help but be enamored by the place.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep in mind, like everything has its negatives and everything has its
Yeah.
positives. So it's just like you got to go there and make it your own experience. I mean, I think that's part of traveling too. It's just like, yeah,
Like,
if you're
I
living.
think-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What I did was I kind of had to temper my expectations because I had to be fully prepared in the event something went wrong. But even with then, like maybe it's because I tempered my expectations that I was so pleased with it all.
Did anything go wrong?
Well, we did have to leave one restaurant because it was apparently booked for the night. And the restaurant we went to after because the workers there didn't exactly speak any English. It was extremely awkward. But other than that, no, it went pretty well for the most part.
That doesn't sound like anything went wrong to me, at least. Things going wrong is that I fucking someone like bugged me or like some like bad shit happened to you. Like awkward
no.
shit is like
I'll be honest. I would not be worried about any violent crime happening in Japan. It's like that's one of the last things that was on my mind because it was like, is crime happening in Japan? Yeah, probably, but it's so rare to see it or to experience it that like I wouldn't be worried.
yeah. Damn. Well, I mean, they keep saying "damn" a lot, but what are you feeling right now? I guess is a good way to put it. I mean, I may have scratched the surface for what I was saying that you might be feeling, but what are you feeling right now?
It's a combination of satisfaction, excitement for the next trip, and also existential dread.
Existential dread. Yeah.
Right, because now that I've been there, I have even less of an idea as to what the hell I'm gonna do with the rest of my life now.
Well, you gotta work hard and go back there, right?
Right. The problem is that I also have to find a place that leaves me satisfied to work at.
Hey,
Not
great,
that I
good things
hate
come
my-
in time, right?
Right. It's not that I hate my current job, it's just that I don't see myself being there for much longer. Or at least I don't want to be there for, like, super long anyway.
Gotcha. I love the job I do. I'll say that much. But I mean, things happen. Like sometimes you want to do something different or something. Sometimes you got to take a break or And it seemed like this trip for you, at least, was like kind of like that break in a sense. Is that a good way to describe it?
It was, yeah. Like, this trip was something I really needed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for truly I am. Like, it's going out to another country is like such a. I mean, I haven't like personally been anywhere like by myself or anything. That's why I'm excited to go to Toronto in October, at the end of October. But I just have been like watching like so much like Anthony Bourdain and stuff, and it's just like, man, we gotta like get out there. We're like young and like we're inexperienced, kind of, right? So it's just like we're young and experienced. There's so much to see out there in the world, and it's just like, we live in a global economy now where yeah, we can go to like different places and stuff, and it's just like, look at all this stuff we're missing out on, and we're barely scratching the surface of. I mean, you could spend years in Japan, and it would probably take years to like even experience all of it.
Because it would. I mean, I have no idea what the hell I do in Japan that is an English teacher.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Yeah, it is possible.
I mean, oh, that'd be amazing, right? That'd be a great experience, I imagine.
I think it'd be cool. The problem is that I would have to temper my expectations real hard because, like, my mileage may vary. Also, I don't know how to teach English, for one.
Well, I mean, you know, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I gotta start somewhere, but at the same time, it's like moving to another country is a huge step.
It doesn't even have to be an English teacher you could work for. Maybe there's another thing you could do there. Who knows? I mean, you just gotta look hard enough, right?
Yeah, nothing's impossible.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I believe, yeah, anything can happen, so.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I'm sure, well, I think you're gonna enjoy Toronto, because Canada's a really nice place.
yeah, I can't wait to get some fresh air. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I can't wait to breathe again. That's so depressing, isn't it? We just live in the shit cesspool air of LA.
Oh, that's another thing I really don't miss about being back home. Traffic.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck the traffic. Where's my super efficient train system?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the other day. I was like, man, I wish I could just take a 10-minute train to work every day. That'd be fun.
Like, I would rather put up with being smashed by everyone who's trying to get to work that day than deal with LA traffic at this point.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't need to because everybody would be using the freeway, and you'd be like the one of like 10 people using the train.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk will get us there. Yeah. Who knows? But damn man. Any closing thoughts?
I highly recommend saving up to get a trip to Japan. Because even though the price can add up quickly, but the experience to me is completely worth it. And it's also really easy not to spend big bucks on it.
Any advice for people who want to go to Japan, but like maybe they're like nervous, or maybe they don't like, maybe they just don't know what to expect or what to do to like kind of get there. Any advice you want to give them? Because I know we have like a lot of like, younger viewers, so it might be helpful to like give that perspective.
I think that the best piece of advice I can say is when in Rome, do as the Romans. So when you're in Japan, just follow what the other people are doing, you'll be just fine. It's like,
Cool.
And not only that, but Japanese people are pretty lenient towards tourists. It's like they won't be super upset with you if you like. They'll understand if you can't speak the language, and they'll understand if you're not necessarily doing something right. There's definitely a lot of videos that will teach you about like certain things you're not supposed to do that are really easy to follow. But another thing is that it's well, this is just me, but it feels very almost like everything feels like in place in Japan. Like, no matter how chaotic it may look on the outside, when I'm actually there, everything just works out. Like, I would not be worried about crime, frankly. Because I wouldn't... Yeah, you really shouldn't be worried about crime in Japan, because, like, the crime rate really is low.
Just don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid. Just again, like, that's why I said when in Rome, do as the Romans do, because the best thing you can do is just follow the lead.
For sure.
But, yeah, it really was a damn fun experience. And I can't wait to go again.
For sure, man. Well, I would say that's a podcast.
Well, it's more like me rambling about a trip and you asking questions about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, I mean, we haven't had an episode like this, so it's just kind of nice to, like, talk, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got a minute left. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Something Gaming podcast. We'll have to do more episodes, I mean, more about video games, hopefully, in the future.
I mean, Tokyo Game Show is happening. We can do another one on that sometime.
For sure. When's that?
It's happening right now.
Oh. Well, maybe we'll have one next week.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I have to really look at it.
Yeah, I don't freaking know.
Yeah, I have been playing games, so I mean, we could talk about games.
I'm the opposite. I've been watching games. I haven't actually been able to play them lately.
Oh man,
I
mean,
mean, there's games I want to play, so there's that.
yeah, we could talk about that. I mean, hey, I've been playing games for work that I can actually talk about now, like Labyrinth of Refrain, because it's officially out.
Nice.
So yeah, but we'll have to save that for next time. So yeah. Speaking of which, I guess I'll just give a quick plug. Just a full disclosure, I'm an employee of NISA of America, NISA America Inc. or whatever. A game came out called Labyrinth of Refrain. It's a dungeon crawler. It's a lot of fun. You can buy it on Steam, PS4, or Nintendo Switch. I kind of helped debug the game and do some Steam stuff and Discord stuff with it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed the game, and I just wanted to throw that out there if anyone was really interested in it. It was by the same people who did Disgaea, or same artist who did Disgaea, I believe, and yeah, it's a really fun game, and I really recommend it. I'm not just saying that because I work for the company. It's just something it's just a game I personally really enjoy. So hopefully I get to talk about it next week on the show. But I thought it just came out this week, so I thought I'd throw a shout out to that. So anyway, all right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Something Gaming podcast. This was episode 18. I hope you guys enjoyed the nice change of pace of just me and Neil talking about stuff. Mostly Neil talking about his experiences with Japan. Neil, any final thoughts?
Again, I do highly recommend this Japan as a vacation spot if you're ever thinking about traveling abroad.
For sure. All right. Well, there you go. Go to Japan. Neil's endorsement.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back next time to hopefully talk about games. Maybe I'll try to drag someone on here. Maybe we'll get Andy to come on. That'll be fun.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, I'm not making any promises because usually when I do, I end up falling flat on them. So, all right, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Neil, thanks for telling us about your trip.
No problem.
All right, and I appreciate all of you watching, and yeah, take care and have a nice day. See ya.